welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do my full moon in Libra reading, and we're going to take a look at the energies with a card from Archangel Michael. So this is going to be full moon with Archangel Michael reading. Specifically, it's how I'll be titling it in Libra, I keep saying March, April 19th. And I'm going to be using the Lunar Nomad Oracle. Excuse me. I'm in a little bit of a, I'm in a different space, and so I'm a little bit combobulated still with, my setup here, but I'm going to get there. So I am also going to put a link to this reading below. I've reopened the shop for a couple weeks. I'll be reclosing the shop in 2 weeks' time, and I'll be reopening in the middle to late June 2019. So it's going to be open for a couple weeks, possibly for a couple weeks, and then closing until mid to late June. I'll put a link, like I said, to this reading below, to take you to the shop if you are looking for a personal reading. I've had inquiries, and so if you come across this reading and you're interested in a personal reading, you can click that link and be taken to the shop. Okay, so enough of that. Let's see what Archangel Michael has to say. I'm getting this odd I don't know what the read. Oh, I'm hearing a song. Okay, that's what the problem is here. It's the Children of the Sun. Let me see. Let me just do a Google, because I don't know why I do this. Children of the Sun. Oh my gosh. What happened? Yeah, okay. It says, people of the earth, can you hear me? Came a voice from the sky on that magical night. And in the colors of 1,000 sunsets, they traveled to the world on a shivering light. Watching as the ships come one by one. That's interesting. People of the earth stood waiting, watching as the ships come one by one, setting fire to the sky as they landed, carrying to the world children of the sun. Yeah, so that song is coming up. Okay, this is the part. It says, no more gravity, nothing holding them down, floating endlessly as their ships leave the ground. Through the walls of time, at the speed of light, flies the crystal ships on their celestial flights. Okay, so I get a feeling like this is a energetic, there's going to be like a quick ascension type of feeling. It says, no more gravity, nothing holding them down. So you may actually feel ungrounded. So you may want to do something to counteract that so you don't get like vertigo. There's going to be, literally, I feel like that energy, and it's Children of the Sun. So I feel like a lot of illumination, even though we're looking at the full moon. Yes, the full moon has more light than other times of the month, but I feel like it's going to be extreme. It's almost showing me like two suns, like double sun energy is how the feeling I'm getting. And so there's going to be a lot of incoming light. We're going to be getting a lot of incoming light and ascension energies in this time period. And so, but I will also put a link to this song, Through the Walls of Time at the Speed of Light. Also, I feel too that we are going to be collapsing some timelines, and you may be feeling like acceleration energy, like something speeding up for you, like literally, and that may throw you off. So something may happen really quick, really sudden, to change your, course rather swiftly. Not to say that that wasn't the way you were going to go to begin with, but it's going to happen so fast it may take you off guard. Okay, it could even be something you've been anticipating but hasn't been happening, and all of a sudden it just, and it kind of unground you in, I feel like it's definitely going to be something positive, I feel, but it's going to happen rather suddenly, rather quickly. There's a lot of incoming light. There is a lot of ascension, and ultimately nothing's going to be holding you down. So if you feel like you're being held down, if you feel like you're being stalled, or you're frustrated with things not moving, that's gonna be gone, and that may even be a shift in the energy where it doesn't. You're not used to that. Maybe you're used to everything going slow, things not working the way you want, things not moving, and then all of a sudden there's all this acceleration, all this movement, all this light, all this activity, and that is kind of unfamiliar to you right now because of a period of the opposite, perhaps. So take it as you will, but that is the message that's coming, and that's the song and the energy. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to be using the Lunar Nomad Oracle, Archangel Michael, and this deck. I don't know what the name. I think this is a Doreen Virtue deck. And I know there's people that don't want to be using Doreen Virtue's deck. I have too many of them. I'm not using them. So, how was that, a double negative? Okay. Anyway. I do feel like this is it. Have confidence. Let me see. Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all divine wisdom, strength, and love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. So having confidence through this time is important. And know that you're one with wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. So it feels like a magnitude of things coming together there. Like they listed a lot. Help me realize I am one with all the divine wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. So feeling stronger, feeling confidence in many areas. There's a lot of energies there. So let's see what the lunar... Whoa, that was a lot. That was a lot. I'm not taking that. Oh, beautiful heart. So heart chakra, energy, love. And I'm hearing the center. So the center, it's even beyond like heart chakra feeling. It's like the center, getting to the heart of the matter, but in this way like that has not been. It's like bearing it. You can see like there's the skeleton back here, the ribs, and seeing the heart, just bearing the love. Bearing it. Like displaying it, showing it, revealing is the word. The love. With confidence. So that's an energy that's going to be coming up in this time frame as well. Let me just take a peek. Number 24. So I don't want to miss a message. If you don't like this part of the reading, just fast forward. And in the sun, I mean, I know we're doing a full moon reading, but in the sun, we're getting that song, Children of the Sun. Things are more active, and we see bees. And so the bees are out, they're pollinating. The love is being pollinated. Love is being pollinated. So and that is like shared and spread around, right? So it says love, empathy, emotion, compassion, sweetness, affection, and attachments. It says, busy bees tend to the inner alchemy of making honey, the sweetness of life. The bees represent the sweetness of life at the center of your being. And that was the energy, the center. And that was what I heard when I looked at it. So it's the center. The heart is a sacred, fragile hive, housed at the center of your being, filled with the sticky, sweet honey of life. It pulses, it moves, and it pumps your being full of vitality, strength, and sustenance. The heart holds your essence, the innate magic that is yours to use as you see fit. The glowing heart is a gentle reminder that we are lights in the universe, growing, thriving, giving, taking, and evolving. Each thing you give your heart to take a little piece of your divine sweetness. If you give your heart to something that empowers you, a synthesis happens where you glow brighter. If you give your heart to something that empowers you, the confidence. Okay, so this is the important part here. So listen up. Pull this closer. If you give your heart to something that empowers you, which is what this confidence, it strengthens, right? A synthesis happens where you glow brighter, the sun, the light, become more expansive, and activate your innate magnetism to draw more good. So if you give your heart to something that, and they don't even want me to read this part, and if it's like the opposite. But I'm not even supposed to read it because we're not looking at that, they're saying. We're not looking at what robs your heart of things. We're looking at what empowers you. So if you give your heart to something that empowers you, a synthesis happens where you glow brighter, become more expansive, and activate your innate magnetism to draw more good. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to give your heart to something that empowers you, right? And so something is going to be illuminated that draws you to do that. And you will be glowing brighter, hence the sun. You will be the child of the sun. You'll be glowing brighter. You're becoming more expansive and activating your inner magnetism to draw more good to you. Okay, so I think that's it. I just want to kind of... Okay, here we go. There's another part they want me to read. I knew there was another part. When the heart appears, it heralds a time of great emotion and deep-seated experience. A journey must be taken inward to explore the chambers of the heart and to face your hopes, fears, and desires. So a journey, and the children of the sun is about a journey in one aspect, right? So, but it's talking about going inward into your heart, a journey into your heart. To explore the chambers of the heart, to face your hopes, your fears, and your desires, but have confidence, because you're going to be taken into the chambers of your heart as well, and you're going to be empowered, and that's going to draw more good things to you. But there's going to be an inward journey. You may be feeling it, and you may be feeling the energies. When you listen to the heart, you are opening a dialogue of profound proportions. So interesting reading. Interesting. And number 24. So like the 24th of April could be important, and I'm just going to move forward here to the reading with this stuff. Okay, so this spread, I'm going to put a link to it below in case you'd like your own personal private reading. It's what has grown for you since the new moon, so since the last new moon. Where you are now in the light of this moon, so where you're at right now currently energetically, what will this moon illuminate? So what was hidden? What is not serving you right now? How can you release that? And what aid will this moon bring to your life? And we saw we're going to be getting a lot of heart, journeying into the heart chambers, the heart expanding, and a lot of light and illumination. So I'm sorry about that. I need to get a spread. I haven't really set up my space the way I want it. And you can tell. I mean, I know you can tell. Like, and it's like you can feel. I can feel it. So I need to do that. So I'm focusing on this full moon. But this actually tells us what has grown for us since the new moon. What has grown for you since the new moon? And it is prayer. So the things that you've been praying about has grown. So God and the angels, Archangel Michael, your spiritual team has heard your prayers. Now, sometimes we don't consciously sit down and do prayer. Sometimes life is so busy, but the angels can hear. The angels know the things that you want resolved in your life. And so what is growing is the energies of those things that you want to have resolved, and the things that you're calling on your angels for, either out loud or silently, to come to your aid. They are doing that. Also, what I get from this is, outside of the things that you're praying to have resolved, your spiritual life is what is growing for you. Whether that be on a conscious or and again, I'm really into right now a lot of into the subliminals, into the unconscious, our awareness, the things that are going on around us that our conscious awakening mind is not picking up. There's so many things happening around us. We are just unable to kind of, on an aware basis, realize them and process them. So what I'm getting from this is that your spiritual life, there's spiritual energies that are happening around you, because you can see one woman, and I'm getting that it is about this because of their eyes. One's awake and one is asleep. So this is, again, those two sides of our consciousness, our waking conscious, and our, what I call subconscious, unconscious energies, where we're not consciously awake and aware. So it's like, you'll hear that you can be watching a movie or, I'm gonna say cartoons, commercials, and there's subliminal messages. So your sleeping part of you is catching those subliminals, but your waking part is just busy watching the TV, right? So that is what's growing, an awareness of this subliminal. And I know that has been happening for me. It's been coming more and more to my attention that there's so many things subtly happening around us, and I'm becoming more sensitive to those things on an awakened level. Okay, so that is what's growing. So for I think for everyone, yes, your prayers, they want you to know your prayers, the things that you're thinking silently you need help with, even if you haven't sat down and lit a candle and prayed, they are coming, they are helping you with these. This is, your prayer life is growing, and those answers are growing as well. But ultimately, the message here is that this is what I'm talking about, the awakened and the unawakened parts of ourselves. So what is growing is your ability to be more aware of what you once were not so awake to. So there's more of an awakening, yes, but to many subtle little things that are happening around you. And part of that is an awareness of your angels as well. Part of that is an awareness of your spiritual team, the fairies, whatever have you. You're being more consciously awake and aware of those presence around you at this time. So that is what is growing. Where you are now in the light of this moon. So where are you? Oh gosh, you're asleep. So again, what is growing? Yes, you're becoming more aware, but you are still asleep. It's interesting how they're showing this. You're still asleep, and the opening message of children of the sun and the sun energy coming in, even though this is a full moon, there's more light coming in. And what does light do? Light wakes you up, right? So there's more of that light coming in, but yet you are still asleep. Myself, I feel like I'm awake, right? I feel like I'm awake spiritually, but I'm truly in certain levels, I'm not, where I could be. Like looking back to this point, when I get into the future, I'll be like, wow, I thought I was awake. I thought I was aware. Not so much, like when I progress into the future and I get to look back, hopefully that'll happen for me. I'll say, wow, I really thought I was awake then, but look how much more I've obtained, and so there are still levels of sleep and slumber that you're in. And I'm talking again, conscious awareness and unconscious awareness. So you are in the light of this moon still in a sleep, in a slumber. And we all are. I mean, I don't know that we'll ever be 100%, but we're getting there. We're gaining that, right? We're gaining that awakeness. So hopefully you're following me on this. So yeah, that is definitely what they're saying here, that they're making you aware that you are still partially asleep. What will this moon illuminate? What has been hidden? Sign from above. So you're going to get a sign from spirit, and it's something that they haven't. If maybe you've asked for a sign, maybe you've prayed for a sign and you haven't seen it. So for some, that's going to be the case. It's very simplistic. For others, I feel like there's going to be a sign come to you. You haven't been, again, consciously aware of it. There's going to be a sign given to you from spirit, is what they're saying. So watch for a sign from above. It's very simple. What this moon will illuminate for us, what has been hidden, is a sign for which direction to go, to where we're headed. And I think I said that in the beginning. We're going to get, like with that Children of the Sun, we're going to get a lot of fast movement. We're going to get a lot of, more of an awareness to something. And so you're going to see something that you haven't been able to see now. Number 4 is, what is not serving you? Blessings of abundance. Which is interesting, because blessings of abundance, and again, her eyes are closed. Very, very, and again, this is another one of them things where we're really sensitive to things, right? So instantly I realized her eyes are open and she sees this sign. Her eyes are closed and she can't see her abundance. So that's the message. It's just very easy. I mean, you can see how they even showed us at the beginning here. One person's eyes closed, one's open. This is going to be important in their reading, they're saying, right? So what's going to be illuminated is you're going to be more awake to subliminal signs, things that you are not, aware and awake enough to see in the past. I hope everyone is following me on this. And so what is not serving you, they're doing this in a coy way, so you can kind of see what I'm saying. Her eyes are closed. What is not serving you is it being asleep to, and not aware of, not awake to, even in your waking state. When you're up during the day, you're not awake and aware of the subliminal things that are going around you in regards to your abundance. How many things that you have that you're just not really consciously, aware of, or being grateful for, or taking notice of, right? So that is what's not serving you right now. So open your eyes and see those things around you as much as you possibly can. Become present. And the way to do that, they're telling me to tell everyone, the way to do that is to become present in the moment. We hear that so many times, but it is so very important. Become present. When your mind is going backward, when your mind is going forward, you're in a whole other mind frame where you're not noticing these things. So your eyes are closed, you're asleep to abundance that is truly there for you and around you. Okay. So that's what's not serving you. How can you release this? In which what we had just said, how can you release this as well? So they're saying emotions. So your emotions can help you release that ability to being asleep to the abundance around you, feeling your emotions, processing your emotions, releasing emotions. That can help you become more present. When you deal with what you're feeling and you're not suppressing it, because let me tell you, when you're trying to suppress your feelings, you busy yourself, right? You busy yourself with other things, and that takes your mind off of being present in the moment as well. So really process your emotions, sit with them as much as you possibly can, okay? Dealing with your emotions is going to help you release this, You know, what this that is not serving you, you're unconscious to the abundance that is around you. So processing your emotions is going to help you do that. And she's wide-eyed, you know, she's very awake and aware. What aid, so what help is this moon bringing to your life? So what help is this moon bringing to you? Oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding you. So we're going to end like we usually do with where we started, and it's going to bring you that confidence. And that's what we started with. You know, there's a journey, children of the sun, right? Journeying into the heart chambers. And there is going to be a heart expansion, and there's going to be more of an ability to pull the things to you that, you know, are good and abundant for you. And you're going to become stronger in that energy. And so what is coming to you, what aid is coming to you, is Archangel Michael himself and his confidence, heart confidence, confidence in love, confidence in your abilities as, I'm going to say abilities, as a light worker, right? Not just your own individual energies in your own individual life. This is your role as a light worker as well. So you're going to have more confidence. And you can see he has his hand over the heart chakra here as well. So I love how this reading has come out. I hope everyone understood what I was saying, because this has been coming to my attention more and more about the being awake and aware and unaware and feeling and sensing. You know, you'll even sense these subliminal things going on around you, the things that you're not consciously awake to, with your emotions. So you're picking them up with your emotional body too, sort of like a sponge, right? So you want to be aware of that and kind of do that sponge cleansing and really filter through your emotions and really work with them on an awake conscious level. And so you're going to have more confidence in your life in general, and in the energies of love and light and your role as a light worker. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this. Bear with me as I get my, what do you want to call that, lamb legs, or you know, with my space here, because I'm just a little bit off, but I will get there. Yeah, so angel blessings to everyone, and happy full moon in Libra. Yeah, angel blessings, oceans of love.